Good afternoon, Norse Nation. This is my 7th weekly video message, May 1st, 2020. Once again, I want to thank all of you for the work that you continue to do on behalf of our students and in support of the community against this fight against COVID-19. Our community shows a great deal of courage and commitment, and I'm so proud of the work we're doing. I have a few updates to share with you. Let me begin with the Student Emergency Fund and the Benevolent Fund as well. We have now raised more than $80,000 for students and more than $20,000 for the Benevolent Fund. The matching gifts that I announced, the challenge matching gifts for each fund, concluded yesterday with great success. We have matched the $10,000 in gifts for students as well as for our colleagues. So congratulations, and again, thank you for your generosity. We have more information and details about applying for the federal CARES funding for students in need, and that should be available next week. Please look out for some more details. We also received some good news from our friends at CPE, the Council for Post-Secondary Education. They have allocated $40,000 in support of students for COVID relief. I want to emphasize both the Student Emergency Fund and the CPE COVID relief funds are available to all our students in need. Please look out for more information coming out next week. I'm also happy to share that another of our colleges, the College of Arts and Science, has donated personal protective equipment to St. Elizabeth. And they also did something to lift the spirits of our first responders by supporting them with giving them pizza at the Cincinnati Children's Hospital and the Atrium Medical Center. I want to thank everyone at the College of Arts and Science for their generosity. We are winning this fight against COVID-19, and your commitment and your generosity will be important as we do this. A few more updates. Last week, many of you were able to join me for the virtual Spring Forum. Not quite the environment that I was hoping for, but nonetheless, it was important that I shared with you some of the important topics that we are discussing right now. I shared with you about our tuition freeze recommendation for the coming academic year, some issues with respect to our FY21 budget and the enrollment outlook, as well as thoughts about our new normal and the path forward. I'll get to that in just a little bit, but I wanted to share with you, I asked you some questions. What have you learned about yourself and our students from the past few weeks? How should NKU respond going forward? And where do we need to accelerate change? And I just want to share with you some of the thoughts that you have shared with me as well. One of our colleagues said, I have a whole new appreciation for the difficulties many of our students face. I'm inspired and impressed with their grit and determination. NKU's nature as an empathetic institution and the hope that our new normal would include even more of that true empathy that we've been showing each other is what I hope we'll keep doing. You also told us that we need to draw upon what we've learned from remotely learning and make sure that our faculty, staff, and students have the support that they need. We should be able to find everyone's support regardless of their experience in online teaching and learning. And yet some of you mentioned the importance of mental health support in these times. I couldn't agree with you more. These are all important insights, and I appreciate the time that you've taken to respond to these questions. So let's turn our attention to our moving forward. And I shared some of this in an email that I sent recently. We have many challenges, lots of uncertainty, but our quest to become a more student-ready and regionally engaged university is important and critical as we face an uncertain future. As I shared with you in the Spring Forum, vision, understanding, clarity, and agility will help us as we move forward. We're looking at a couple of different scenarios for the fall. The COVID preparedness team is hard at work and will be preparing some recommendations very soon. We're taking a thoughtful and a deliberate approach by keeping the health, safety, and well-being of our students, faculty, staff, and community in mind. We're consulting with our external groups, St. Elizabeth Healthcare, the Northern Kentucky Public Health Department, the Chambers of Commerce, our school superintendents, county and city officials. We're meeting with many of them next week to get their perspective on how we proceed forward. These challenges will be overcome, but we want to be deliberate in our approach. And I hope to have some more information and details to share as we continue on that path. These challenges will also require us to look at the impact on our budget, which is going to be quite significant depending on what happens with these different scenarios and of course, our enrollment outlook going forward. We're therefore trying to build a contingency plan for our budgets that has to plan for a significantly large deficit, probably $10 million or even more. At the same time, we want to minimize any reduction in force and preserve the talent. This contingency budget plan will be developed by a small group of faculty and staff together with Mike Hales and other resources, and we have detailed a plan by which we will share this with the campus community to get your input. Regardless of which scenario we present, which we find ourselves in, we are going to be committed to becoming more student ready and regionally engaged. This is our quest and our unwavering commitment to our students and this community. So I know this is a tough time for all of us. We continue to meet the challenges and we will get through this together. Again, I want to thank every one of you for everything that you're doing. Please remind yourselves to stay safe and healthy and stay connected, even if it's virtually with your family and friends. And finally, to our students, this is the last week of the semester. Finals are right upon us. I want to wish you all the best in these last few days and the last week of the semester. Good luck on the finals and finish strong. Thank you again and have a great weekend.